In this video, I'll guide you through how to remove suggested files from Google Drive. If you've ever opened Google Drive and seen a row of files at the top that you don't really want popping up, those are your suggested files. They're based on what Google thinks you might want to open next, but sometimes they're distracting, not relevant, or just feel a bit too personal to have front and center. So let's walk through how to hide individual suggestions and make that section a little more useful for you. First, open Google Drive in your web browser. You can do this by typing the usual web address for Google Drive into the address bar or by opening it from your Google Apps menu. Make sure you're signed in to the correct Google account, especially if you use more than one. Once Drive loads, you'll land on your main Drive homepage. At the very top of this page, just under the search bar, you'll see a section labeled Suggested or Suggestions. This is where Google surfaces files it thinks you might want quick access to, such as documents you've opened recently or ones that are tied to meetings and shared activity. Take a moment to look across that row and find a file that you don't want to see there anymore. Next, move your mouse over the file you want to remove from suggestions. Don't click it, just hover your cursor over it. When you do this, a few icons will appear on or near the file's thumbnail or name. One of these icons is the More Options button, usually shown as 3 vertical dots. Now, click that More Options button, the 3 dots. This will open a small menu with several choices related to that specific file. Depending on your version and Google's current layout, you might see options like opening the file in a new tab, sharing it, getting a link, or viewing details. In that same menu, look for an option that says something like "not a helpful suggestion" or a very similar phrase. Google occasionally adjusts the wording, but the idea is the same. You're telling Google that you don't want this particular file showing up in your suggestions. When you find that option, go ahead and click it. Once you select "not a helpful suggestion," that file should disappear from the suggested section. Google uses this feedback to fine-tune what it shows you in the future. So over time, your suggestions should become more relevant and a bit less cluttered with things you don't want to see every time you open Drive. Keep in mind, this doesn't delete the file, remove your access, or change its location in your folders. It only affects how it appears in that suggested row at the top of the page. You can still find the file in My Drive, shared with me, recent, or by using the search bar as usual. If there are multiple files you want to hide from suggestions, just repeat the same process. Hover over the file, click the 3 dots, and choose the option that marks it as not a helpful suggestion. Doing this regularly can help keep your Google Drive start page cleaner and more focused on the files you actually want quick access to.